You think Stone Cold?
The following contest is a tables match. Making his way to the ring from Victoria, Texas, weighing in at 252 pounds, Stone Cold.
Hey, Stone Cold Steve Austin does what he wants, when he wants, and guys, it's paid off for him. I'd be making sure I didn't get on the bad side of Stone Cold. Man, he doesn't look too happy right now.
I talked to Stone Cold backstage earlier today. He despises you, Saxton.
Is that true?
You know what? Why don't you guys call this one? I'm going to go back and throw some Steve Weisers on ice so that when Austin's done, we can celebrate proper.
Can you grab me a water when you're back there?
The People's Champion!
And his opponent from Miami, Florida, weighing in at 265 pounds, The Rock.
Listen to this place! I got goosebumps!
Back from Hollywood and beyond, The Rock has come back home.
And the people are going nuts for the People's Champion.
Saxton, I can't even hear what you're saying right now, and I couldn't be happier. Talk about electrifying. This arena is rocking right now. The Brahma Bull has arrived.
A top box office draw in and out of the ring. There is only one, great one, The Rock.
It is electric in here. Thunderous. Arena shaking. The greatest entertainer in the world today.
Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock represent two prolific competitors who defined a generation. For the rivalry between them to be WWE Champion was the foundation of a saga that resulted in headlining an amazing 3 WrestleMania events.
Think about this, Michael. The Austin-Rock conflict was so personal that Stone Cold even aligned himself with Mr. McMahon to defeat the Brahma Bull at WrestleMania 17. Though that was a decision Austin ultimately regretted.
Looking at Austin versus The Rock, fellas. At WrestleMania 15 and 17, Austin defeated the Great One for the WWE Championship. But their third encounter didn't exactly go the way Austin had hoped for.
The two went at it one more round at WrestleMania 19. And The Rock was finally able to tame the rattlesnake. It's mayhem, chaos, and trips to local medical facilities when Stone Cold Steve Austin gets his hand on intended targets, guys. And Austin's ability to open up a can of you-know-what on an adversary propelled him to the most iconic figure in sports entertainment history.
Talking about Stone Cold's talent for causing total chaos, Byron, I'm reminded of when I felt the venom from the Texas rattlesnake at WrestleMania 27. Believe me, a terrible feeling sits in the pit of your stomach when you see Steve Austin walking toward you.
I loved watching Austin set you straight, Colt. Austin communicates with his fists, boots, and the Stone Cold Stunner. Colt, you know all about it. It shouldn't be a shock that the Dudley boys were involved in one of the most intense tables matches we've seen in recent memory. At the 2015 TLC event, the Dudleys called on their Extreme brothers Tommy Dreamer and Rhino to battle the Wyatt family in an 8-man elimination tables match. People were flying everywhere that night, and in classic ECW fashion, so were the trash cans and kendo sticks.
Bringing it back between the ropes. Match at 2015's TLC event with the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer and Rhino versus the Wyatts, was chaos from the second all 8 superstars in the ring. Braun Strowman was awesome in his destruction of all 4 members of Team Extreme, but the ECW originals kept their focus on making sure each member of the Wyatt family crashed through a table.
The ECW's originals love a brawling Here it is! Look out!
The Rock has an impressive in-ring resume that puts him in the discussion for the greatest WWE superstar of all time. But he's matched with a movie career that cemented the great one as the top leading man in Hollywood.
You name the film genre, The Rock has conquered it. Hilarious comedies, high-octane car movies, summer action flicks. They've all made The Rock a billion-dollar man in Hollywood.
Michael, Corey, you both discussed The Rock's dominance on the big screen, and I have to point out that he brought his stardom full circle when he actually produced a movie about Paige's career.
Yeah, I actually caught an advanced screening of the movie and loved every minute of it, but if The Rock wants another great WWE story, how about the inspirational tale of how I became the greatest announcer in WWE history despite being held back by working with you, Byron?
There are so many different ways for a superstar to put their opponent through the table in a tables match. Some matches start off as wild brawls and
he's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
He has him right where he wants him. Counter here.
Oh boy, he did a great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Byron, you talked about strategy that involves a tables match. I was in WWE when the Dudley boys came from ECW, and you could say that things changed a bit thanks to Bubba and Devon. Something that's also important to remember in a tables match is that it's not important how or where the table is positioned. All that matters is that you put your opponent through it.
It's a very simple premise, Michael, but superstars have to be careful. They launch an attack that goes awry, their own momentum can put them through the table and cost them the match. That doesn't include feeling the incredible pain from crashing through a solid wood table. One split second can be the difference.
Even when he's not scheduled for a match, The Rock can still make WrestleMania history. There's the year he hosted, of course, but his appearances at WrestleMania 31 and 32 were legendary, too.
That's true, Michael. In 2015, The Rock was confronted by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon when he recruited none other than Ronda Rousey to even up the odds in front of a Bay Area crowd, not far from where the Great One was born. It was amazing.
Two, you brought up The Rock at WrestleMania 31, and forgive me for being less enthused. Why celebrate it?
Going for broke. Stone Cold Stunner.
Is it enough, though?
I just can't get over the physicality of this match. This has been brutal.
Before Steve Austin became the venomous Texas Rattlesnake, he was known as Stunning Steve Austin, a competitor who was known primarily in the southeastern United States. Now, after Austin was fired from WCW, the frustration from that experience motivated Austin to do things on his own terms. At the 1996 King of the Ring, the era of Austin 316 launched its assault on sports entertainment.
Steve Austin is not shy when it comes to talking about his hardships coming up through the ranks of sports entertainment. We should also remember that when Austin first came to WWE, he was known as the Ringmaster and crowned the $1 Million champion.
The trials and tribulations of Steve Austin being a journeyman competitor, dealing with politics in WCW, becoming inspired in ECW, and yes, even the Ringmaster, all led to Austin's fuel to be his own man. I don't know if we'd have Austin 316 if those things...
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, we all know he's a guy with great skill and endurance. Stone Cold Steve Austin cut his teeth in the rings of Dallas and Memphis before landing in WCW. As stunning Steve Austin, he was a Hollywood blonde and feared as a television and United States champion. Before long, Austin was in the land of extreme, ECW, before his 1996 WWE debut alongside $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase.
Steve Austin changed the face of sports entertainment forever when Austin defeated Jake the Snake Roberts at the 1996 King of the Ring and launched the phenomenon known as Austin 316. No one had any idea what was about to happen.
Austin sets it up. Stunner! Stone Cold with a stunner! The Rock's not looking so great here, guys.
You want to talk about WWE Hall of Famers taking things to the extreme? The first time many fans saw somebody put through a table was in 1984. Randy Macho Man Savage drove Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express through a table with a pile driver at the Mid-South Coliseum.
Corey, I remember seeing photos of that horrible scene in wrestling magazines where pile driver was utilized when Terry Funk planted Nature Boy Ric Flair on a table at WCW's Wrestle War 89 pay-per-view. And something happened in sports entertainment in the early 90s called Extreme Championship Wrestling. ECW superstars crashed through tables all the time.
And what was going on in Philadelphia caused a craze of wood being turned into wood chips thanks to tables matches. In order to win a tables match, a competitor must be the first person to put their opponent through a table. We've also witnessed brutality evolve and superstars crash through flaming tables. Guys, when The Rock first broke into WWE, he was often referred to as a blue chipper. And given his legendary lineage, it's easy to see why so much was expected from him right from the start. Oh boy, he is rolling.
As Byron mentioned, The Rock comes from a long line of successful Samoan superstars, including former WWE Tag Team Champion Rocky Johnson, grandfather High Chief Peter Maivia, both of whom are WWE Hall of Famers.
And with respect to those legends, I'd say it's The Rock and his multiple World Championship reigns and WrestleMania main events who shine the brightest.
Through Kofi Kingston's career, the exciting superstar has competed in several types of WWE matchups. It didn't take long for Kofi to get comfortable in the tables match environment. At 2011's TLC event, Kingston took on the Celtic Warrior Sheamus in a tables match for the United States Championship. Kofi was impressive in the match as he combined defense with his unbelievable high-flying assaults.
Byron, you spoke about Kofi Kingston's tables match against Sheamus at 2011's TLC event. Some people feel that match was one of the turning points for Kingston. That night, Kofi's usual fun-loving nature took a backseat to a more focused and offensively aggressive competitor. Kofi Kingston's focus was leaving TLC the new United States champion.
And that approach paid off, Michael. Kofi seized opportunity when Sheamus made a rare mistake. He drilled the Celtic Warrior with the Trouble in Paradise kick, and that set up Kofi to fly from the top rope and put Sheamus right through the table to earn the United States Championship.
Guys, when The Rock first broke into WWE, he was often referred to as a blue chipper. And given his legendary lineage, it's easy to see why so much was expected from him right from the start.
Bringing it back into the ring.
As Byron mentioned, The Rock comes from a long line of successful Samoan superstars, including former WWE Tag Team Champion Rocky Johnson, grandfather High Chief Peter Maivia, both of whom are WWE Hall of Famers.
And with respect to those legends, I'd say it's The Rock and his multiple World Championship reigns and WrestleMania main events who shine the brightest.
He's lining him up.
After years of struggling to make an impact in WWE, Steve Austin finally broke through at the 1996 King of the Ring. Austin was about to... Incoming from Austin!
And up onto the table.
Cover your eyes, Saxton. This isn't for the weak of heart.
Stunner! This one's over, guys! What a way to win a singles match.
Sometimes a match can't live up to the hype, guys, but that one sure did.
I'm not easily impressed, but even I thought that match was one of the best I've seen in a while. That's the kind of match that makes me proud to be here at ringside. Action from the opening bell and a finish people won't soon forget.
Here is your winner, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Steve Austin wins here in impressive fashion.
It's a good thing The Rock has a second career in Hollywood because he didn't look ring ready tonight.
It'll be interesting to see the fallout following this big singles win here tonight. He wants no part of the outside.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, man, that hurts.
Yeah, we all know he's a guy with great skill and endurance.
Steve Austin is looking for the ending of this matchup.
Yeah, if he hits this, the match is over.
Uh-oh. What is Steve Austin going to do here?
Oh!